Yes, sir.
Right.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome you all on this platform that is One Mark Solution. And as you know that since last 3 months, we are conducting subjective webinar for One Mark questions on this platform with the different subject experts. And today we are going to discuss about the One Mark questions from Chapter 3 Yoga and Lifestyle, that is Unit 3 of Physical Education for Class 12th of CBSE board. So today we will discuss about the yoga and lifestyle of unit 3, that is from class 12 physical education, and we are discussing about the one mark questions like multiple choice questions, like true false, like assertion region questions, some case study based questions, also some fill up, some true false questions in these sessions. And we are trying to give the we are trying to help students with the different concepts which are very important for their different chapters. And today we have Mr. GB Ramesh Kumar, sir, as a subject expert from Abu Dhabi Indian School Branch 1 Al Watba, Abu Dhabi, UAE. Sir, I welcome you on behalf of One Mark Solution and
Thank you, sir.
on behalf of all the viewers who are joining us today for this webinar. And we are very happy that today this is the 121st webinar of One Mark Solution in the subjective area for class 6 to class 12. And this is the first webinar in which we are having experts from abroad. We are having experts from out of India. And Mr. GB Ramesh Kumar is working as a HOD, Head of Department of Physical Education in Abu Dhabi Indian School Branch 1 Al Batwa, Abu Dhabi, UAE. He has 25 years experience, and since last 18 years he is working in the Middle East and published papers, also research papers also on in his subject. Also has conducted so many CBSE cluster games and nationals with the different schools. So definitely today we are going to discuss subject of physical education unit yoga and lifestyle with the Mr. GB Ramesh Kumar. And definitely this session will be very helpful for the students who are going to be appear in the board examination with the subject physical education. So I would not take much time. I would like to request all my viewers kindly subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. We are conducting sessions not only in the physical education but on also in the physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology, accountancy, business studies, economics, history, geography, political science, and other subjects also. So I would not take much time. I would like to hand over the platform to Dr. Sri GB Ramesh Kumarji for further proceedings. Sir, please.
Good afternoon, all of you. And first of all, good afternoon and good evening also. First of all, I would like to say thanks to Dr. Asad and Dr. Praveen Kumar Mishra for providing me this opportunity and platform. This platform, One Mark Question Solution, really is doing a wonderful job. And it's like we are providing all the information, we are sharing our information, same time we are learning also. And I would like to say thanks to my PE fraternity also for providing this opportunity. Now, today my topic is there's a third unit, yoga and lifestyle. You all know yoga is very important, and same time in this particular 12th standard yoga chapter is also very important. Now, in this particular chapter, I prepared some MCQs, almost 60 MCQs, which will cover the fill in the blanks and options to choose the right options and assertion and reasoning and find out the proper picture posture. Okay. Now, in this one, asanas as a preventive measures, obesity, diabetes, and asthma, hypertension, and back pain. Out of that, back pain is removed as a lot of changes done the CBSE and due to COVID-19. Now, next, today my presentation will go like this. We have MCQs. and second is assertion and reason questions, and match the columns and fill in the blanks, and identification of postures. Total 5 parts. Now, in the fill in the blanks is not coming in the your 12th standard board exam, but still we kept that one so that you can get some extra knowledge also. Now, let us start now. Objective choice questions. The first question is that the word yoga is first mentioned in. One is Bhagwad Gita, Rig Veda, Yajurveda, and Upanishads. So, out of which Rig Veda is the correct answer. So, we have actually exactly, we don't have a proper information. Based on the available information, Rig Veda is the first place where mentioned about the yoga. Now, International Yoga Day is celebrated on July 21st, January 1st, and June 21 and August 15th. June 21st is the International Day of Yoga. We celebrate across the world, and you know, yoga is one of the origin, and our Honorable Prime Minister had done the presentation at the UN, and it's celebrated all over the world as the International Day of Yoga. Third question is, obesity can be checked by the regular practice of certain asanas. Among the most beneficial is. Now, you all know obesity is one of the lifestyle disease, and second important thing that obesity itself is a platform for different diabetes, different illnesses and all. Okay, so now we have Trikonasana, Shavasana, Bhujangasana, and Pavanmuktasana. The answer is Trikonasana. So here, why we Shavasana, Bhujangasana, Pavanmuktasana. Bhujangasana also can be exercise or one of the important posture. Pavanmukta also is important posture. We choose Trikonasana because it's directly related with the obesity. The reason is that any obesity people, the obesity, the fat will accumulate at the abdominal part. Now, Trikonasana, especially it's working and tones up at the abdominal part, it twists the upper part so that it reduces the fat and it will help to reduce the obesity. Yoga was started over dash years before. So we know that we don't have exact, specific information, but based on the available sources, it started 5,000 years before. Now, we have some available information about 10,000 years before also, but exactly we don't have a particular evidence to say that yes, it started 10,000 years before. So the answer is C, 5,000 years before. Bhujangasana is also known as the reptile pose, cat pose, cobra pose, and snake pose. Now, it's not reptile pose and it's not cat pose, it's not snake pose, but you may have confusion between snake pose and cobra pose, but the answer is cobra pose. And you may get the answer question sometimes like this: snake hood pose. Hood means we wear the head cover, no, when you're wearing the jacket, something like that. So hood pose, sometimes we may get the question as hood also. So the answer is cobra pose. Sukhasana should be avoided in. Now, Sukhasana means when you are sitting on the ground, right? So when you are sitting on the ground, usually you will be getting more stretch and more stress on the knee part and all. Okay. Now, I will discuss here. Pregnancy, definitely it's not answer, and asthma is also not the answer, and diabetes also not the answer. It's a knee and spine problem. So people who are suffering with the knee problem and spine problem, means are suffering with back pain, when they are sitting on the ground, it will be getting affected on the more stress on the knees as well as spine. So the people who are suffering with the knee and spine problem should avoid Sukhasana. The answer is knee and spine problems. D. A healthy BMI range less than 18, 18 to 22.9, 23 to 24.9, and more than 25. Now, you all know that BMI, body mass index, which is an index to find out whether somebody is suffering with obesity or not. Now we have 4 categories as for the BMI. So out of this, the healthy one, less than 18, that is less weight, and 18 to 22.9. So 23 to 24.9 and more than 25. So out of this, the answer is 18 to 22.9. So this is the optimal BMI range where you can say that a person is with the proper weight. Now it will calculate with the body mass index and height and weight, all the calculation. That will be different topic. That's a different topic. Occupational asthma is caused by cold air, dry air, pollen, and dust and smoke. Now, occupational asthma means, the asthma, we have breathing problems and all, which is caused for we say that people are suffering with asthma, right? Now, cold air means with the weather changes and all, and dry air means the dryness in the air, and pollen and dust and smoke. Now, occupation means when you are doing a walk somewhere in the workplace or somewhere in the where you are doing regularly spend your time for your work job purpose, that's what called occupational health. So with the occupational, people are getting asthma is caused by the dust and smoke. The answer is dust and smoke. Sthiram, sukam, asanam defines about the sentence. Sthiram, sukam, asanam or statement defines about pranayama, kriyas, asana, and pratyahara. Now, Sthiram, Sukham, Asanam is defines about, it's not about pranayama. Pranayama deals with the breathing, your breathing exercises. Kriyas is one of activities or actions in the yoga. And Pratyahara is also different thing to improve our focus on the concentration. Whereas this related to the asana. So if you answer is asana. Now if you see about this one, any posture you are sitting and comfortably, that is what called asana, said by the Patanjali Maharshi in his Yoga Sutras. So it means what? You need not to strain yourself. You should not do anything by force. There is no competition. As long as you are sitting any posture comfortably, that's what called asana. It has a very big meaning actually. You are not supposed to do any asana, any posture by force. Chitta vritha nirodaha thada drishti swaroopena sthanam narrates about. Once again repeat. Chitta vritha nirodaha thada drishti swaroopena sthanam narrates about yama, niyama, dhyana, and pranayama. Now, yama and niyama, we have 8 limbs in about in yoga. So yama and niyama is different. That is what the things you are supposed to do and things you are rules you are supposed to follow. Both niyama and yama and niyama talks about. And pranayama, you are aware that it's a breathing exercises what you are doing in yoga. Okay, now dhyana is discuss about the Chitta, vritha, nirodaha, thada, drishti, swaroopena, sthanam. It means answer is C, Dhyana. So when you throw a stone in a water or in a river somewhere, you can see so many waves are coming out. Same as you will be getting so many thoughts in your mind. To control the thoughts, to focus on a required place, we need to focus. That's what we are going to practice with the dhyana. Dhyana deals with chitta vritha nirodaha thada drishta swaroopena sthanam. The 11th question, the father of modern yoga. Options are Tirumalai Krishnamacharya, Baba Ramdev, Sri Ravi Shankar, and BKS Iyengar. Now, out of this, most of you are familiar with Baba Ramdev and Sri Ravi Shankar and BKS Iyengar, but the answer is Tirumalai Krishnamacharya for the modern yoga. Now, next question. Who gave the definition of yoga? Vritti Nirodha. Who gave the definition of yoga? Vritti Nirodha. Maharshi Patanjali, Baba Ramdev, BKS Iyengar, and Sri Ravi Shankar. See, this is what Vritti Nirodha is. A few lines we took it from the Chitta Vritta Nirodha Thada Drishta Swaroopena Sthanam is about for meditation or concentration. So the answer is, it's not Ramdev Baba, BKS Iyengar, and Sri Ravi Shankar. Answer is Maharshi Patanjali. Who is the father of yoga? Maharshi Patanjali, Swami Vivekananda, Baba Ramdev, and Sri Ravi Shankar. Now, father of yoga is known as Maharshi Patanjali. The reason is that he, the person who made the Yoga Sutras and kept in a proper order all these things, what is useful for body, what is useful for mind, what is useful for kriyas, and all these things he made in a proper way through the Yoga Sutras. And whatever you can see different yoga these days, so many yoga centers, so many different parts of yoga, everything is coming and deriving from the Yoga Sutras only. So, father of yoga is Maharshi Patanjali. How many limbs are there in yoga? 7 limbs, 6 limbs, 4 limbs, and 8 limbs. So, it's not 7, it's not 6, it's not 4. We have 8 limbs. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. So total 8 limbs. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. Dash is a condition in which the airways become narrow and swell in and produce extra mucus. In a condition in which the airways become narrow and swell and produce extra mucus. Low BP, high BP, allergy, and asthma. Now, the answer is allergy, because when it comes under treatment also, low BP is definitely not the answer, high BP is not the answer, and asthma and allergy is a little bit related, but the answer is allergy only. And through Bhastrika, Brahmari, certain pranayama techniques, we can cure that also. Which of the following asanas is practiced in standing position? Which of the following asanas is practiced in standing position? Tadasana, Jastikasana, Padmasana, and Vrikshasana. Now, Tadasana, Jastikasana, Padmasana, and Vrikshasana. So we have some standing asanas are there, we have some sitting asanas are there, and we have inverted asanas are there, we have advanced asanas are there. So when you differentiate between sitting and standing asana, definitely Jastikasana is not the asana. This is one of the relaxation posture, and Padmasana is a meditative posture, and Vrishchikasana is an advanced posture. And this is what? Thadasana, the palm tree pose, which will help to increase the height and to reduce the obesity and fat from the abdominal part. The answer is Tadasana. Which amongst the following is a relaxation asana? Shashankasana, Shalabhasana, Shavasana, and Vajrasana. So we have relaxation asanas also to bring down to our body to normal condition, to reduce the stress. So the asana is that Shashankasana is not the option, and Shalabhasana is also not the option, and Vajrasana also not the option. That is Shavasana. Sukhasana, Chakrasana, Gomukhasana, Parvatasana, Bhujangasana, and Shavasana are helpful in curing which diseases? We all know that this particular chapter we are talking about curing the lifestyle diseases or yoga is a preventive measures. So these are the things like Sukhasana, Chakrasana, and Gomukhasana, Parvatasana, Bhujangasana, Shavasana are helpful for curing which diseases? Obesity, asthma, back pain, and diabetes. So these asanas will help to cure the asthma part. Gomukhasana resembles the face of which animal? Cow, dog, goat, or horse? So Gomukha means something like animal's face. It's resembling like face. So it's not the dog, it's not the goat, it's not the horse, it's the cow posture. Which amongst the following is a sitting asana? Ardha Matsyendrasana, Padmasana, Vajrasana, all of the above. Now, Ardha Matsyendrasana is done on the floor, and Padmasana also we can do on the floor, sitting posture only. Then Vajrasana also sitting posture. So the answer is all of the above. Now, which amongst the following is a meditative posture? Chakrasana, Shalabhasana, Padahastasana, Padmasana. Padmasana is a meditative posture. So meditative posture means all the asanas are having some other things will be solved. Some are using for the curing the diseases, some are using for the relaxation postures. So when you are doing any meditative posture or pranayama, we need to have a comfortable posture. So why we are choosing the Padmasana means in Padmasana we can sit a longer period comfortably. As we learn, no, Sthiram, sukam, asanam. So comfortably you can stay longer period, and meditation is required more time to sit without any moving to focus your concentration at a single point. So Padmasana is the one asana you can sit in comfortably. So that's the reason we choose as a Padmasana as a meditative posture. Chakrasana is a difficult one, you can't stay in that one, and Shalabhasana also difficult, you can't stay more time, and Padahastasana also you cannot stay more time. So Padmasana is the asana suits for meditative posture. The normal adult person should have a blood pressure 80 by 120, 60 by 130, 100 by 140, 40 by 120. So we are discussing blood pressure means yoga will help to reduce the blood pressure also. Certain asanas to reduce the stress level, and it will help to reduce the blood pressure. So we want to discuss about the blood pressure also. So that is 80 by 120. Ardha Matsyendrasana is named after which yogi? Ardhamatsyendrasana is named after which yogi? Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, Sadguru Jaggi Vasudev, B.K. Iyengar, and Yogi Matsyendranath. Now, the Ardhamatsyendrasana is named after not Sri Sri Ravi Shankar and Sadguru Jaggi Vasudev and B.K. Iyengar. It's Yogi Matsyendranath. The reason is that we have two stories. One story is that on respect of Matsyendranath, they named this particular asana in his name. And one more story is that Yogi Matsyendranath invented this asana, so it's Ardha Matsyendrasana. But the asana is named after Yogi Matsyendranath. Two stories are different, but this particular asana named after Ardha Matsyendrasana named after Yogi Matsyendranath. Which is the following medical condition which cause lifestyle diseases? Which is the following medical conditions which cause lifestyle diseases? Diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and asthma. So you can see that diabetes, hypertension, obesity, asthma, all are diseases. But particular thing like obesity is a platform. In the first question also, I think somewhere in the 1 to 5 questions we discussed, obesity is the platform for any disease. So anything will start with obesity. First you gain the weight, then you get the diabetes, then you get the asthma, then you get hypertension, blood pressure. So obesity is a particular condition you get, all lifestyle diseases will start. You get the back pain. Asanas help in balancing our nervous system, blood clotting, contracting the muscles, all of the above. Now, blood clotting is not to, asanas will not help to clot the blood, and contracting the muscles, of course, maybe it will help somewhere to improve the better, but balancing of our nervous system is very important. When you do yoga, it will activate all your muscles and nervous system, and it will improve the breathing. Yoga, when you are doing any asanas you are performing, you will not only do the physical activity, you do the rhythmic breathing also, which will help totally. It will help to balance our nervous system. Asana is the most beneficial for improving body posture. Shavasana, Bhujangasana, Shashankasana, Thadasana. Now, this particular asana, and out of these 4 asanas, which one will help more beneficial for improving a body posture? Shavasana, of course, it is a relaxation posture. Bhujangasana, definitely it will help to stretch your spine nicely, and Shashankasana also is a forward bending asana. Okay, but Thadasana is a one asana will help to stretch your body nicely, and the spine, it will stretch nicely, because from morning onwards you will be sitting in front of system, or you are studying continuously. But once you do the Thadasana, it will stretch nicely and it will relax us nicely, and what all the anomalies, the bad posture, you will be coming out of that particular thing. So it will improve the body posture. Which is the following are benefits of performing Trikonasana? When you perform Trikonasana, what are the benefits you will be getting? Trikonasana करने से आपको क्या क्या फायदा हो सकता है? Strengthen the chest, knees and arms, improves the blood circulation, both 1 and 2, neither 1 or 2. Now, when you're performing the Trikonasana, just you imagine that when you are performing Trikonasana, so definitely it strengthens the chest, knees and arms, it stretches nicely, and it improves the blood circulation also. I want to suggest you one thing, those are going for 12th standard, especially for this yoga chapter, all the asanas you just perform once, what is there in our syllabus, so then you will understand. You no need to by heart, just you do once, automatically which all the parts will be affected, you will come to know. It will be coming in front of your mind. So the answer is that both 1 and 2. Which of the following is not a benefit of Vajrasana? So please focus very carefully. Which of the following is not a benefit? Okay, here we should see that not a benefit of Vajrasana. When you are answering, please read the question completely. MCQs are very good, but same time it's easy to lose the marks if you not read the question properly. It improves the digestion. It relieves from gas problem. It reduces fat around the waist. It strengthens the legs and thighs. Now, definitely Vajrasana will help digestion problem and release from gas problem also, and it strengthens the legs and thighs. The answer is reduces the fat around the waist, because Vajrasana, when you perform, it will not affect on your abdomen much. Only it helps the digestion and gas problem, and it strengthens the legs and the thighs. And this is the only one asana where you can do after taking your food. Which of the following asana is beneficial in lifestyle diseases of diabetes, asthma, hypertension, and back pain? Lifestyle diseases, diabetes, asthma, hypertension, and back pain. Pavanmuktasana, Bhujangasana, Tadasana, and Trikonasana. So the Bhujangasana is the asana. So here one particular thing is there. Now some asanas related to the Tadasana also, and some are with Trikonasana. But overall, the Bhujangasana is for all this diabetes, asthma, hypertension, and back pain. So Bhujangasana is common for the diabetes, asthma, hypertension, and back pain. Now certain asanas, Pavanmukta, may be helpful for the some lifestyle diseases, but it will not cover all the lifestyle diseases. Whereas Bhujangasana will cover diabetes, asthma, hypertension, and back pain. It means you need to study every asana, which are the areas, which are the lifestyle diseases it's covering. Matsyasana is a contraindicated in case of. Matsyasana is contraindicated in case of hernia, problem in cervical spine, high blood pressure, all of the above. Now, you need to understand one thing. What do you mean by contraindication? When you are discussing about any asanas, we are discussing how to perform the asana, what are the benefits of the asana, and contraindication. Contraindication, nothing but people who are not supposed to do, so that it will not go to the worst condition. You are doing asanas to get some benefit, but we are not inviting the problem. So these people, contraindication means the people who are suffering with certain problems should not perform the asanas. Now here for Matsyasana, hernia problem in cervical spine, high blood pressure, people should not do. All of the above is the answer. Contraindication means the people who are not supposed to do those perform the asanas. Paschimottanasana is contraindicated in case of. Paschimottanasana is contraindicated in case of migraine, low blood pressure, pregnancy, and all of these above. Migraine, low blood pressure, pregnancy, and all of the above. Pregnancy, because Paschimottanasana is a sitting posture, and you are supposed to bend forward, and lot of stress on the abdominal part. So people who are with pregnancy, especially women are not supposed to do when they are pregnant during the pregnancy time, Paschimottanasana. Vajrasana, also known as thunderbolt pose, cow face pose, cobra pose, wind relieving pose. So cow face pose means that is Gomukhasana, right? Cobra pose means Bhujangasana, and wind relieving pose means Pavanmuktasana. So definitely it is thunderbolt pose. Sometimes you need to find out your answer like that, what you know that from there, you need to match that and you can go to the left out one. So it is a thunderbolt pose. And Vajrasana also known as the diamond pose also. Some places we say that diamond pose also. Pavanmuktasana also known as thunderbolt pose, palm tree pose, cobra pose, and will relieving pose. So thunderbolt pose means just now we have learned there's a Vajrasana, and palm tree pose is for Tadasana, and cobra pose is Bhujangasana. So wind relieving pose. Now one more important is a Pavanmuktasana. It is a one of the starting posture. Starting posture means like warm up posture also. In the beginning for the learners we teach Pavanmuktasana. The answer is wind relieving pose. Which asana known as upward facing bow pose? Dhanurasana, Chakrasana, Tadasana, Shupta Vajrasana. Now, Dhanurasana is a bow pose, Chakrasana is a wheel pose, Tadasana is a palm tree pose, Supta Vajrasana is a in Vajrasana one more variation. Now this is what a Chakrasana. You will be sleeping on supine pose. Supine means your face should be looking at the sky. Okay, the complete entire spinal will be stretched nicely. It's one of the intermediate posture. You can say that it's not advanced, but it's definitely is intermediate posture. And people who are suffering with the shoulder pain and the lower back pain should be very careful when you are performing this asana. In Vakrasana, Vakra means bending, stretching, twisting, and relaxing. Now, when you are performing asanas, and asanas names with the what you are performing with, based on that will come. Okay, now Vakrasana means what you are going to do. Are you bending forward? Are we are stretching? Are we twisting? Are we are relaxing? Definitely we are not bending forward. Of course, not completely bending. Then definitely it's not stretching only, because Tadasana we stretch our posture. Twisting, it's not relaxing posture. So the option is that twisting. We twist our upper body, we bend forward and we twist our upper body. So this is what called Vakra means twisting. The answer is C, twisting. Moving to the 36, okay, now it's over. Now next is that assertion and reason and question. Assertion and reason question. 36 question. Given below are two statements, one labeled as assertion and other labeled as a reason. Now, assertion, the origin and beginning of yoga was developed in India. The origin and beginnings of yoga was developed in India. So reason is that in Rig Veda mentioned about yoga, and it is the oldest sacred text. Now based on the statement, the reason, which one of the following statement is correct? Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. A is true, but R is false. A is false, but R is true. Now, out of A, B, C, and D, so first one saying that A and R true and R is the correct explanation of A. So that is absolutely correct, because the origin and beginning of the yoga was developed in India only. Our Rishi, Munis and everything, people are developed, and it's mentioned many scriptures, but strong evidence is that it mentioned in the Rig Veda. It's mentioned about in the Rig Veda about yoga. So that is a strong evidence, and definitely for the R is the reason for the A, absolute truth. So answer is that A. Both A and R true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Given below are two statements, one labeled as assertion and the other labeled as reasons. Okay. Now question is that assertion, yoga has 8 limbs and basic aim is to self-realization and union with Paramatma. Now reason, regular practice of 8 steps in our daily life, it helps maintain only physical fitness. Now, which one of the following statement is correct? A is false, but R is true. A is true, but R is false. Both A and R false, both A and R true. Now, if you see the statement, yoga has 8 limbs and basic aim is to self-realization and union with Paramatma. That is absolutely correct, right? Now, second one is that regular practice of 8 steps in our daily life, it helps maintain only physical fitness. This is wrong. So, yoga will not only help to maintain the physical fitness, it helps in other areas also. Pranayama also for breathing, and meditation is for stress release. We have all 8 limbs will teach you how to live in our daily life. A is true, but R is false. Now, 38th question. Yoga is helping immensely in the field of sports to improve not only physical fitness and mental toughness. Yoga is helping immensely in the field of sports to improve not only physical fitness and mental toughness. Reason, with the help of asana, sportsman is improving physical fitness and through dhyana and dharana able to improve not only improving concentration and reducing the stress. Now first one is that statement, immensely in the field of sports to improve not only physical fitness and mental toughness. So we can see that, understand that it will help you the physical fitness as well as mental toughness, means the challenges what you are facing, the sportsman is facing, so that will help to face the challenges, stressful and competition fear and all these things you need to balance. So that's what the first statement says. With the help of asana, sportsman is improving physical fitness and toughness through dhyana and dharana, are able to improve not only improving concentration, reduce the stress also. So we see that options both A and R are true, and R is a correct explanation of A. A is true, but R is false. Both A and R false. Both A false, but R is true. Both A and R true, and R is correct explanation of A. Now, in the field of sports, definitely you can see that every teams people are keeping the one yoga expert almost all to help to improve the fitness and to relaxation for meditation to improve the concentration. So both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. The next one is most of the lifestyle diseases can be avoided by the following yoga in our daily life. So this particular chapter is about that only. So yoga, lifestyle diseases and all. So lifestyle diseases can be avoided by following yoga in our daily life. The reason is that about yoga, it is just a myth. Olden days, in what atmosphere it worked out, in present situation, with yoga can't avoided lifestyle diseases. So myth means just a belief. Okay, it's not true, something like that. So olden days, in that particular atmosphere, it worked out, but present scenario, present situation, it will not work. Okay, now we'll see the options. Both A and R true, and R is a correct explanation of A, means that both A and R true. B, both A and R true, but R is not correct explanation of A. A is true, but R is false. A is false, but R is true. So if you see really about yoga, first statement is 100% correct, and second is it's saying myth, that's not correct. Yoga is helping in our daily life, and definitely it will help to improve the physical fitness and reduce the stress. The answer is A is true, but R is false, that is C. Match the columns. Now we have two list 1 and list 2. So we need to match with list 1 with list 2. Now obesity, diabetes, asthma and hypertension. Now in list 2 we have mentioned some asanas: Sukhasana, Chakrasana, Gomukhasana, Parvatasana, Paschimottanasana, Matsyasana and Vajrasana. So different asanas are there. Now, when you are doing this match the following, I want to tell you one thing to make it easy and simplify. See one which is very strong point, like Gomukhasana is there. So Gomukha is not in other areas. Okay. So Gomukhasana is for asthma. So you need to think like that. Logically you should think like that. It's very difficult to by heart. You should understand, and 1 or 2 points you should make as a base. With the base, when you have confusion, okay. So there can you try to match the following. Okay. Now you see here, option A, option B, and option C, and option D. The option is C. C means for first one, obesity, Tadasana, Vajrasana, Pavanmuktasana, Ardhachakrasana, Bhujangasana and Shavasana. For diabetes, option 4. Okay, diabetes, option 4. Bhujangasana, Paschimottanasana, Pavanmuktasana and Ardhamasthyendrasana. Option 3, as I told you, second one, Vajrasana, Padahastasana, Trikonasana, Ardhamasthyendrasana. Hypertension 4, Sukhasana, Chakrasana, Gomukhasana, Parvatasana, Paschimottanasana and Matsyasana. Now, Bhujangasana, Pavanmuktasana, Paschimottanasana, Ardhamasthyendrasana, you need to match with different lifestyle diseases. Okay. Now, option is D. For Bhujangasana, hypertension, asthma and diabetes. So if you see that Bhujangasana will be there for the hypertension, asthma also and diabetes also. Pavanmuktasana will help hypertension and diabetes. Paschimottanasana helps asthma and diabetes. Ardhamasthyendrasana will help obesity and diabetes. Fill in the blanks. The word yoga is derived from yuj, yuva, asana, yokan. The word yoga is derived from yuj. It's a Sanskrit word, union, together body and mind. That is a Sanskrit word, yuj. The next is that the father of yoga. It's not father of modern yoga, the father of yoga. B.K.S. Iyengar, Swami Vivekananda, Maharshi Patanjali, and Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. Now, father of yoga is Maharshi Patanjali. B.K.S. Iyengar is a recent person. Swami Vivekananda is from the again modern age, and Sri Sri Ravi Shankar is also present. Is available in the modern age. Now it goes to the answer is that Maharshi Patanjali, that is C. Yoga has dash different branches. We have discussed previously also 4, 2, 9 and 8. It has 8 branches. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi. Total 8 parts. And 8 parts, we say 8 limbs, 8 folds, and 8 things we'll discuss in a different things. How to live in the society, what you are supposed to do, what you are not supposed to do, should not tell lies, should follow the truth. All these things, asana part, pranayama part. Pranayama focus on breathing, concentration, postures, all of the above. So it's like breathing only. Reason is that concentration we have dhyana, postures are for asanas, and definitely it's not for all of the above. So breathing, especially pranayama means prana ayama means channel your energy in a different areas, which are the areas are required. Now, how we are getting prana shakti? Oxygen, that is your prana shakti, that has to channelize. When you open the tap, you get the water in the kitchen, you get in the water in the washroom, you get the water in the lounge. But here, same as you need to control, you need to channelize your prana shakti, means that is what you're breathing in a different parts and different areas. That is what called pranayama. Improve the breathing capacity. Asanas refer to breathing, posture, concentration, and stress. So asanas, breathing means that is what about the pranayama, and concentration about dhyana, and stress also dhyana and meditation. This is for the posture. Now once again I'll repeat, Sthiram Sukham Asanam. Sthiram Sukham Asanam means steadily, comfortably, any posture is called asana. Patanjali was existed in the dash yoga era. Pre-classical yoga, post-classical yoga, modern period, and classical period. Now, you can see here pre-classical, post-classical, modern period, and classical period. So these four are the, when you are talking about history of yoga, you need to explain all these four parts. That is maybe 3 marks question or 5 mark questions. But in a particular thing, it started with pre-classical yoga. Pre-classical yoga means the Rig Veda time, Bhagwad Gita, it mentioned about in the Bhagavad Gita. Those things comes under pre-classical yoga. Then next is classical yoga. Classical yoga means where Patanjali, Yoga Sutras and all will come. Then post-classical yoga, after Patanjali. Then we are in the modern period. In post-classical yoga, you can give example about Ashtanga yoga and all, we developed in that particular time. Hypertension means dash blood pressure. Hypertension again is a problem with the stress, with the work pressure, bad food habits, sleep, late night sleep, and sleep in the morning also you're getting up late. So everything is not going with the nature. So you sleep at the late night 12 o'clock, maybe due to the work pressure and all. So same time morning also you'll get up late. So everything you are flipping against the nature. So these are all lifestyle diseases. The next is none of the above. So low, high, normal, and none of the above. The answer is that high blood pressure, which is very dangerous. Pratyahara helps for sense withdrawal, posture, breathing, and more discipline. So out of these four options, posture is related to the asana, breathing is for the pranayama, and moral discipline is that yama niyama, and it's a sense withdrawal. So it's one of the important thing for meditation and all. Meditation for concentration, pratyahara means you are just bringing out of all your senses, like you're focusing on at one particular point. Tadasana resembles mango tree, neem tree, palm tree, and coconut tree. So mango tree definitely is not the answer, and neem tree also not the answer. Coconut tree is not the answer. It's a palm tree pose. The answer is palm tree. It is very important. It's one of the important asana, and it's in the Pavanmukta series of asanas. In the beginning, we teach the learners the asanas. So we started with the Pavanmukta series. Tadasana is one of the important asana in Pavanmukta series, and it helps to reduce the abdominal part fat, and not only that, it corrects your posture. It corrects your posture, and it is there in the helps to rectify your body posture also. Identify the given postures. So in your question paper, they are giving some asanas. So you need to find out which asana is that one. So we will be looking at some asanas or postures. You need to identify the posture. Now you can see here Sukhasana, Padmasana, Pavanmuktasana, and Matsyasana. Sukhasana, Padmasana, Pavanmuktasana, and Matsyasana. So this is definitely, you can see that Sukham means comfortable. So definitely it's not a Sukhasana, and definitely it's not Padmasana also, because you can't do meditation in this particular posture. And Pavan Mukta Asana also, no, it's the windy living pose. It's not the windy living pose. The last option is that answer is Matsyasana, a fish pose. The next one is that you can see the pose picture or asana. Sukhasana, Tadasana, Padmasana, and Matsyasana. Now, Sukhasana, it's not the Sukhasana, it's not Padmasana, it's not Matsyasana. So, almost all, Sukhasana, Padmasana, and Matsyasana is a sitting posture. So, this particular lady is not in a sitting posture. So, this is the answer is Tadasana, that is palm tree pose. Sukhasana, Tadasana, Padmasana, and Trikonasana. Now, here, it's not Sukhasana, it's not Tadasana, it's not Padmasana. It's you can see that some triangle pose you can see here. So it will be, if you don't have any idea, just you can find out with the posture triangle pose, Trikonasana. Answer is Trikonasana. Vakrasana, Ardhamatsendrasana, Padmasana, Matsyasana. Now, it's not Vakrasana, it's a twisting pose only, but it's not Vakrasana. It's not Padmasana, it's not comfortable pose. And Matsyasana, it's also not a Matsyasana, means a fish pose. It's a Ardha Matsyendrasana. As we have learned, Yogi Matsyendranath, on his name they kept Ardha Matsyendrasana. Okay. The next is Sukhasana, Tadasana, Padmasana, Vakrasana. So don't get confused with the Vakrasana and Ardha Both are, twisting, sitting posture and spinal twisting posture. So it's not Sukhasana, it's not Tadasana, it's not Padmasana, it's not Ardha So the option is not here, but some students will be getting confused with both the postures. It's a Vakrasana. Vakrasana, you stretch your leg. You may say that it's before doing Ardha as a warm-up, as a learner, you can do the Vakrasana. Answer is Vakrasana. Shalabhasana. Sorry, I told the answer. Shalabhasana, Padmasana, Chakrasana, and Vakrasana. The answer is Shalabhasana. It affects on the spine and it strengthens the thigh muscles and abdominal muscles also. Tone up the abdominal part, all the organs. Tadasana, Vajrasana, Paschimottanasana, Vakrasana. Now here, it's not Vajrasana. You all know, aware now. Tadasana, it's not Tadasana, it's palm tree pose. It's not Vakrasana, it's a Paschimottanasana. So forward bending and holding the toes, toes, and you should bend forward and you should keep your head between the knees. Paschimottanasana. This asana, ladies when they are pregnant, they are not supposed to do. So you can mention the contraindication when you are talking about Paschimottanasana. Next one, Sukhasana, Tadasana, Padmasana, Vakrasana. Now, out of this is a comfortable pose, but not as Sukhasana. So Sukhasana is not this one. And Tadasana, definitely. Tadasana is a standing pose, and Padmasana and Vakrasana. So the option is Vajrasana. So why I mentioned here, almost all, sorry, I didn't mention here. So it's a Vajrasana. So option is Vajrasana. Vajrasana is known as the thunderbolt pose and diamond pose also. Sukhasana, Tadasana, Padmasana, and Vakrasana. This is the posture, one of the meditative posture, you can say that, Padmasana. So difference between Padmasana and Sukhasana, only one toe that they'll keep it on the thigh and second one is on the down. So that is what Sukhasana, this is what Padmasana. Last one is that posture is Pavanmuktasana, Tadasana, Padmasana, and Vakrasana. So the answer is that Pavanmuktasana. As I told you, Pavanmuktasana is very important, for the beginners, especially when you are starting in the asanas and all. We have some asanas for the Pavanmukta series of asanas, wind relieving pose and all. Okay. With this, I will wind up the class. You have any doubts and all, you may, send in the chat box so that we can try to clarify your doubts, and you can give some remarks also. And thank you very much. Thank you. Hello.
Yes, thank you so much, Ramesh sir. You have performed a very well session, and definitely the students who have joined and the teachers who have joined with us, definitely they will be benefited from this session. And also, I'm very happy to have you as a subject expert for today's session, and hope in future you will also spare your valuable time for this platform, and definitely you will be here with us to discuss some other more chapters. I would like to thank you on behalf of One Mark Solution, on behalf of all the viewers who have joined today's session. I would like to thank your management, your principal, who have given permission to you to join this platform. Kindly convey my regards and thanks to your principal and your management also. Definitely, students who have joined today, just wait for a minute. I'm setting the feedback link in the live chat box so that they can get their certificate. You can fill the feedback form, and definitely you will get a printable certificate in your email ID. Kindly put a very email ID live chat in this feedback form. So thank you so much. Thank you one and all. I'm again sharing the feedback link.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much
Yeah.
for all my solutions also, Dr. Asad and Dr. Praveen Kumar, and
Okay.
definitely I appreciate
Ramesh sir, kindly do one thing. There is a private chat box. You just go to the private chat box. One link is there, and kindly post this link into the live chat box. There is some net issue. I'm able to post this. Okay, thank
Hello.
you so much.